Hi everyone. Today my guest is Darren Zurnamer. My name is Bev. I'll be your host for today. Darren, how's it, man? How you doing?
Good, thank you. Thank you for having me. This is awesome.
No problem. So Darren, just to start things off, I'd like to congratulate you on being first in the Open in Africa and South Africa. How does that sound when I say that? First in everything.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's a surprise, but it was a surprise. I mean, I've been training with that goal in mind, but it's never like I didn't know when it would happen. But it feels good. Very grateful that all the hard work's paying off.
Yeah, perfect. So how long have you been doing CrossFit?
So I started at the beginning of 2020.
Yeah. That's like COVID.
Yeah, I basically started in COVID. That's when I got connected with my coaches and all that. And I locked down at my gym. And yeah, when COVID hit, I went all into the sport. And yeah, the rest is history. It's my life now. Never did competitions before that. Yeah, 2020 it all began.
Perfect. So tell me now, so looking at your stats here, in 2021, you took fourth in Africa and third in South Africa. 2022, second in Africa, second in South Africa. 2023, first in Africa this year and first in South Africa. What would you say is success behind this consistency that you've shown in your placings in the Open thus far?
It's a good question. So when I started CrossFit, I started off with the bigger picture in mind, as in I'm not training for. When I started CrossFit, I wasn't like, I want to come first this year. This is the year I want to win everything this year. I kept in mind that this is a long journey. It's something that I have to be patient about, and slowly tick off the boxes leading up, because I didn't come in a sport. It's not like I'm talented in strength or anything.
Yeah.
I knew that everything's going to take time. I understood that I can't rush anything. I wanted to do things properly and not just basically go in the gym, sell my soul. I wanted to do it properly.
Yeah.
And it was a lot of taking steps back in order to go 2 steps forward. So not worrying about where I'd placed the first year, not worrying about where I'd placed the second year. The second year it was like, okay, let's try and hit these numbers, but it wasn't like, let's try and win. Basically, the first year I just wanted to test the waters, see where I'm at.
Yeah. The
second year I wanted to try and make a push, and I set goals for myself. And this year is like the year I wanted to. I knew I'd be ready this year. I had like a 3-year plan to get to this point.
Yeah.
So it's all been paying off so far. But yeah, it's basically like having a different approach and looking at the bigger picture and seeing, like, instead of how fast can I do these workouts, like how do I move? Getting the way I move in a workout properly, like looking at how my gymnastics are, so that translates to my to my lifting. Because if you move one, you can't just move one in one thing. You need to move one in everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just looked at that before I could think about how fast I start doing workouts. So, and I knew that would already put me above most athletes.
Yeah.
Just by taking pride in the way I train. Because the way you do one thing is how you do everything, and that's my approach to training. So from in the gym, outside of the gym, I've always looked at the bigger picture. and haven't rushed anything.
Oh, nice. So tell me, how does your typical training day look like?
I usually have 2 sessions a day. Some days I'll have a third if I have like a C2 session. Maybe if it's just rowing or something like a zone 2 session, I'll usually do that. That will be like the third extra session of the day. But generally it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday will be, those are my big training days of the week where I will do a rowing workout where I have to hold these paces for say 5,000 meters or whatever. Then that will be like that for that whole block. I'll have 3 sessions every Wednesday and Friday or something. Thursdays are my active recovery days. I will usually do an active recovery session in the morning for about 30 minutes, usually about 30 minutes long in the gym. Then I go for sports massage. I get treatment right after that. And then I would preferably swim in the morning, but I've joined a swimming club, so I have to swim in the evening at their times. So that's at 6:30. So it's not ideal to swim after the treatment, but I make do. So, and then Sundays I do a long zone 2 recovery run, just at a very easy pace.
Like
in the morning.
How long are we talking here? Like 10, 5, 6?
10K.
Jeez, man.
It was 9K. Now block it looks like it's going to be 10K.
That's long.
Yeah.
So you've seen like I've seen like a rise in like people jumping onto like these big training camps. Like obviously the big camps right now, Training Think Tank, Mayhem Athlete, Proven Fitness, Invictus, to name a few. What are your thoughts on all those programs?
I haven't done any of them, so I can't comment on them. I know that they are good programs because they've got amazing athletes from it.
Yes,
yeah. I myself, I wouldn't do a group program because I like the idea I'm doing
personalized
what works for me and not what works for 50 people. That's just me. I like being personalized. I want to become the best that I can be. So I've never really considered jumping on a group program. I've never looked at one before. I've maybe seen sample weeks of them when I started CrossFit. But since I've started, I've been doing a personalized program, and I haven't looked left or right. I've been right on track with what I need to do.
I mean, given all the success, do you follow any specific program? Do you have a coach that helps you, that guides you with every session, basically, for you to be able?
Yeah, so I work off Buffalo Tribe Programming, and they're based in Australia. The head coach, my coach, is Nicholas White. He owns it, and he's taken me under his wing since lockdown. And I talk to him more than I talk to anyone else every day. So I think that contributes big to the success because it is a online program. So that obviously does make it, I guess it does make it a lot tougher not having your coach with you every day. But even if he was with me every day, I think the way we do things, I wouldn't have changed anything the last 3 years training with him. He's made it so easy for me. And like you said, it's working so far. So that's why I haven't looked left or right.
Oh yeah, it's definitely working. Now I think everyone can see that now. So tell me, what are some of the challenges that you go through as a CrossFit athlete in this country?
In the gym, like, are we talking like with in the gym challenges or?
In the gym challenges, whether it be support, um, sponsors, travel, anything.
So I'll start with sponsors.
Yeah.
I don't have any, I'm not sponsored by any like CrossFit brands, any fitness brands.
Yes.
At least I've been probably offered a couple deals, but nothing that would contribute financially or anything to help me become a full-time athlete.
Yes.
You know, so I haven't accepted anything. Yeah, I'm very picky with what I take, and yeah, I want what's best for me and what's best for my longevity as an athlete and building a career off. So I guess that is tough to get a sponsor since no one wants to invest in South Africa, especially the overseas brands if you want them.
Yes.
But then again, I'm not in a rush for it.
Yeah, definitely.
I have a non-CrossFit brand that sponsors me financially, which is what I make my living off of. And that seems to work. I'm happy where I'm at.
Yeah.
My family and friends, I must say I'm well connected with good people who understand me and help me to have this career and to be successful as an athlete. Yeah. So I guess it is hard in that sense. And then friends and family wise, I guess CrossFit isn't big in South Africa. So a lot of relationships, like, I guess, don't work out, or you lose a lot of friends.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, because people don't understand the sport.
Yeah.
Because it's not such a high level sport in South Africa yet. So I guess that to me, it's not really a bad thing. To other people, it is. For me, it's just my lifestyle.
Yeah.
I think if the sport grows and more people are involved, it's going to be better. For me, a challenge is I train by myself. I don't have training partners or groups that I train with. So I'm alone in the gym the whole time, which I guess is, yeah, I guess it can get lonely, but then again, it's also like the person I am. I like to train by myself.
Yeah. I hear
you know.
Yeah.
So everything has its negative and a positive. But honestly, I haven't had any major issues other than just trying to get a sponsor. I live the way I want to live.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying training. I enjoy competing. If anything, that could have more competitions in South Africa, more exposure to compete in bigger events here, more professional events.
Yeah.
I guess that could be something that could be brought in. Other than that, yeah, I'm quite content with the way things are going at the moment. I don't have any big hiccups
right now. Yeah. So you mentioned competitions. More competitions. There is currently I'd say some of the biggest competitions that happen in the country is LMS, now Squad Games, and Battle, if I'm not mistaken. I think those three are some of the biggest competitions in the country right now. It's only 3 competitions.
Yeah.
Do you think there needs to be more competitions and across not just in Joburg, because all those competitions are mainly based in Joburg, concentrated in one little area. Do you think there needs to be more competitions across I'd say the 3 big provinces, which is Cape Town, Western Cape, and KZN?
Yeah, I do think so. Although Joburg is the biggest is the biggest CrossFit province in South Africa. Western Cape still is big. We've got a lot of competitive athletes here. I think a lot of the top 10 in the quarterfinals are from Cape Town, and I think this is a very competitive province. Still, I don't think it's such a hassle to fly up to Joburg. It can get expensive if they're not giving prize money on the events, because then you just go get a medal and fly back. Then it's kind of just costing you more.
Yeah.
You're just paying for experience, I guess. I have done last man standing. I didn't do the battle, but I know last man standing is good. I haven't been to all of them. I only went to one that was on a rugby field in Pretoria.
Yes, a good competition.
Yeah. And other than that, I've only done fitness in Cape Town, and I did one in gym competition up in Pretoria, which was just like a 1-day event.
Like an in-house.
Which I don't.
Yeah, it's like an in-house comp. Yeah.
Yeah. Might as well do a class workout, I guess.
Yeah, fuck, I guess. Yeah. Okay, nice. So you've done pretty well in the open and the quarterfinals. What were your thoughts on the quarterfinal workouts? Because when I saw crossovers, I had to learn crossovers on the day, in the morning before the workout. An hour before, I had to learn how to do crossovers, and I had to redo that workout twice. Yeah, I had to redo that workout twice. My judge couldn't get the counting right. I couldn't count the reps correctly. Why did you think of all the workouts, and what is your favorite workout of all the 5 workouts?
My favorite. I enjoyed all the workouts.
Yeah.
I think they all definitely were a good test. I like that there was crossovers put in.
Yeah.
Personally, it was a big win for me to. I figured them out. Like, I literally started warming up. I was trying to master them, and then as soon as I got them, I was like, okay, I'm gonna hit this workout now before I forget.
Jeez,
and I put up a much better score than what I thought I would get. So that was definitely the biggest win. It wasn't my favorite workout.
Yeah.
But it was my biggest win of the weekend. If I look back, being able to adapt to something like that on the day. So I think I figured out in like 90 minutes, and everyone was like trying to help me in the gym, and then it just clicked. I was like, okay, cool, let's hit this.
Yeah.
I really liked all of the workouts. It's hard to pick a favorite. I haven't thought about it.
Yeah.
I did enjoy.
The last workout was very nice.
Enjoy the last one.
Yeah, the last one.
I did enjoy the. Yeah.
Last one was perfect for me. I really enjoyed that one. Not so much that second crossover workout. But I guess I'm gonna need to practice and do more skill stuff. So now you're heading to the semi-finals. You're excited about that?
I'm very excited about that. That's what my sights are aimed for.
Yeah.
This whole year. Going into the open, going into the quarterfinals, the only thing that was on my mind was the semis, and I almost called it fitness in Cape Town now.
It's renegade, rebel, renegade.
Yeah, so my sights are set on that. Definitely, I feel like I'm a balloon that's gonna pop when I get to that point. Like I'm holding back all the emotion and excitement for when game day comes.
Yeah.
And yeah, I can't wait.
Yeah, I definitely can't wait to see not just you, but all the other athletes that'll be there. There's quite a good number of athletes on there.
Yes.
Actually. Yeah, I think
it's going to be tough competition.
Yeah, it's definitely going to
Definitely.
be tough competition. Do you think we need more spots like to go to the games? So we only have one female, one male athlete, and one team. Do you think we maybe deserve 2 or 3 right now?
According to the numbers of participation, we don't deserve it.
Yeah.
But I do think it would be better if we can have more.
Yes.
It's just the idea of there has to be obviously at least one African athlete there. I just think if let's say we have more spots, and then 6th, 7th, 8th of the North American continent don't qualify, but they're actually fitter than 2nd and 3rd of Africa, then it's not really the fittest men there. So I understand why they're only giving us one spot.
Yeah.
I do think that Africa need to prove themselves to get more spots. It would be less pressure, a lot less pressure and less stressful if there was more spots.
Yes.
But I can't. I'm not complaining that there is only one spot.
Yeah.
I understand why there is.
Yeah. Right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think once the participation increases and we do become more competitive, then we definitely would deserve more spots. And I do think that will come in the next few years, because I think Africa is getting pushed to become more competitive.
Yeah, definitely. I think the last couple of years, competition is just getting. I was just at Pretoria Throwdown 2 months ago, and there is beasts. Competition is definitely getting better and better every single year. Tell me your plans for obviously you plan to go to the games just like all the other athletes, and do you plan on pursuing this full time, like 110% all in for the future?
I am currently pursuing it full time.
Yes.
Actually.
That's it.
Hey?
You don't have a full-time job, nothing. You train,
Nothing.
sleep, breathe. This.
I went out of high school in 2020 was my first year out of high school.
Yes.
Before COVID happened, I was working for my dad and trying to train.
Yeah.
And that was very unsustainable. So thankfully COVID happened where I could lock down at my gym. Yeah. And we sorted some things out, and from there on I've been doing this full time, which I think is also something that has contributed a lot to
your success,
being successful very quickly.
Yeah.
But yes, I want to keep pursuing this full time. I don't see what else I'd be doing now other than this. Since I was young, I wanted to be the best at something. Yeah. And it did jump from sport to sport, and it eventually came to CrossFit, which I'm glad. And now I'm all in. I'm all in now.
Yeah, that's perfect. That's good to hear. I mean, the results every single year. I think it's been 3 years now. Your results have just been like insane.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I would say you've been doing very well. I just can't wait to see more of you and the rest of the athletes in about 2 months or so, right? On here in Joburg. That's going to be exciting. I definitely can't wait. Thanks for joining me, man.
Thank you. This is awesome.
Perfect. Thanks.
That was awesome. Thank you.